I want to go to some polling in relation to the Labor leader, because it says today in the Australian News poll, Labor's within reach of winning the next election. The information says that significant swings against the coalition in WA and Queensland since 2019 would, if replicated at the next election, see Anthony Albanese with a majority of government, something around 78 cents. Now, if you go through all the seats, they're talking about seats in Queensland. They're talking about Peta Credlin's seat of Dixon. They're talking about other seats like Longman. Now, I have to say I know those seats intimately. They are seats like Leichhardt around Cairns, where there's a very, very heavy incumbent vote. So I'm not sure raw polling is playing enough into the incumbent vote. But that said, if the government doesn't nail this rollout, let's say by December, people will forgive it being slow, but they won't forgive it if it's not fixed. This is the real challenge for the PM and others.
Yeah, look, I think you're absolutely right, Peter. You don't have to win every moment of COVID, but you've got to win in the end. And certainly if we didn't have lockdowns and we had a massive outbreak now and 20,000 Australians died, as could easily happen, the government would suffer from that. I don't think, but short of that, I don't think Peter Dutton is going to lose his seat or anything like that. Very important that he stays in the government. I think the lesson I'd take out of those polls, Peter, and I suspect you're the same, is that this election remains very close. No election is unlosable. No election is unwinnable. No political leader is unelectable. I mean, some people on the centre-right think Albo is not a terrifically, charismatic, dominating political leader. But I tell you what, Labor thought that in spades about John Howard, and he went on to run the best post-war government for 12 years. I think this next election is going to be very close and right down to the wire. The government needs to do very well. And Albanese is a professional politician. Labor is a professional outfit. They've got a lot of support in the media and a lot of green energy behind them and so on. I think this will be I wouldn't handicap it at the moment. I'd say it's 50-50.
And look, I've always said if you don't respect your opponent in politics, you're destined to be vulnerable. You're destined to really come a cropper. And I think there's some in the government that don't respect, they respect Labor, but I think they don't respect Anthony Albanese. And I think that's a critical missing piece they've got to get their head around.